You know you're onto something when nobody gets it. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to hold onto the image of yourself and the past identity you used to carry. Give yourself permission to be misunderstood. What would my dreamiest life look like? And I would have never predicted that it would be a Greek island with the dreamiest man with whom I can paint and do pottery and dance and sing. I will always remember being about 17 years old, looking up magazine spread with surfer women, women founder, and just incredibly cool women that seemed to have this dreamy, successful life. And I was thinking to myself, I don't know how I can ever reach that level of cool. And this really was that first moment where I started paying attention to my potential, to what in a way I knew was within me, that desire to become my fullest self, my fully expressed self. And that led me on a quest to choose to be the kind of woman that has incredible stories to tell. And I say choose because I don't believe any powerful women out there didn't make at one point or another a conscious choice to claim their power, to step on stage, to take up space, to speak up their voice, to speak up their truth. Becoming a powerful woman has nothing to do with accidental steps leading to magic, and everything to do with claiming our inner worth and finding a path, discovering a path to express it into the world. Now, in today's video, I want to share with you 3 things that I learned on my journey to becoming a woman that I would have considered very cool when I was 17 years old and truly, completely transforming my life. Completely. I grew up in a small French Canadian town, like a small town with 2 cafes, very few people living their dream life, if any. I actually never met someone when I was young that was living the dream. Some people were wealthier, some people were struggling more, most people had a regular job, and most people were just okay with life, just going through the motion, just living their life. And yet inside of me, I always used to look up to actors and makeup artists and people that were doing something with their dreams and making them happen. And I knew from a very young age that there was a part of me that was meant to live a really extraordinary life. And when I was 17 and I looked at this magazine, I think a part of me felt fear that it was too late. Granted, it is not too late at any age, but also there was a sense of I don't know how. And what I've come to realize is crafting our own path and creating our dream life isn't about knowing how. It's about first choosing consciously who we want to be. And for me, my anchor point, my anchor vision that really began that path was when I committed to plan A all the way, which is deciding I am going to be a woman that has stories to tell. I'm going to live a life of freedom, and I'm going to fully tap into my gifts and my skills. Somehow I'll figure it out. I'm not going to stop. I'm not going to put a timeline on it. I'm just going to keep going towards my dreamiest life, no matter what. Plan A all the way. And that commitment to not settle for anything less than extraordinary for the last decade allowed me to now live on a dreamy Greek island with the love of my life, with whom I've been with together for 9 years, and just truly feeling free to be confident, to live my life, to be myself. And that 10-year taught me 3 key things. 1, no one is going to tell you how big it gets to be, how great it gets to be. If you keep allowing people's voices to define your box, your boundaries, your upper limit, you will never fully tap into your true path. And so the first big insight I have here is allowing yourself to notice all of the ways in which people's voices or perception have capped your potential, have capped the way your life could look like. And allowing yourself to say, actually, if I remove all of those voices and I tune into my inner truth of what I know within is meant for me, what would my dreamiest life look like? And I would have never predicted that it would be a Greek island with the dreamiest men with whom I can paint and do pottery and dance and sing. But what I knew was I was going to be free-flowing, free-spirited. I could probably walk barefoot. I would be wearing flowy dresses. I would be able to work in a cafe on my computer, wake up in the morning and have a slow morning. What I knew was a feeling, the feeling that I was after of that dream vision. And that's really what allowed me to start noticing what is that direction and really seek for that energy, for that beautiful feeling. And so my first big insight of that 10-year of becoming a co-woman, self title given to me, was allowing myself to dream bigger than anyone ever would allow themselves to dream around me. Bigger. And even if you're in a network of powerful, beautiful, empowered women, dream bigger. Dream bigger than your network. Dream bigger than anyone you know. And let that dream be so big and wild, it feels absolutely unrealistic and impossible. Because the bigger we allow ourselves to dream, the more creative we get on the way to get there. The more innovative, the more we let our skills and our gifts come through. Which brings me to point 2, which is allowing yourself to truly embrace all that you have to offer. If you're here, you're probably multi-passionate and you have so many layers to you. And it may have been hard in the past to define truly who you are, what you do, how to introduce yourself. Maybe you've been battling between different identities, going through tons of rebirths. I've been there. But the true power of allowing yourself to create your dream life and to become a cool woman, a woman that has stories to tell, a woman that is truly powerful, embodied and grounded. It begins when we give ourselves permission to be all that we are. And that sentence, give myself permission, was my second big key that I unlocked. My first one was plan it all the way, and the second one was give myself permission, because I realized I don't need anybody to understand me. Because to be honest, when I started my journey, nobody did. I remember even when I was in high school going to the orientation counselor helping you pick a career again and again, because I just wasn't satisfied with the options I was presented. And I wanted to have a different life. I wanted to maybe be an actress, or maybe an international makeup artist, or maybe even international politics, something that would take me around the world, a travel writer in London. I had those big visions, and I was presented with opportunities and possibilities that just didn't make sense to me. But that's the exact thing that happens when you start having bold dreams and bold ideas for your life. Everyone around doesn't get it. They're like, that doesn't make sense. Come back to reality. This isn't safe. Right? And I love to think people come from a place of love and compassion. But truthfully, you're onto something when nobody gets it. When everybody's questioning you and trying to calm you down and bring you back, because they notice if she keeps going, she's not going to be the same. And people don't like change, right? We've heard it often, oof, you've changed, as if it was a bad thing. I have changed every single day since I was born. I am not the same person I was yesterday. I am not the same person I will be when you watch my YouTube video next week. And the reason I'm having such a harmonious relationship 9 years in, and it still feels like we're on a honeymoon every day, is because we've allowed ourselves to change continuously, grow, evolve, step into our next fullest expression. And that's why give yourself permission. Stop looking for people to get you. Stop trying to fit in. Stop trying to hold onto the image of yourself and the past identity you used to carry. Give yourself permission to be misunderstood. To have people say this and this doesn't make sense together. To have people question your vision, because you know where you're going. You're walking a whole new path. You're creating a whole new template. Nobody can get it yet. It's your legacy. It's your permission that you're giving yourself that will then maybe become the inspiration for others. But if you are misunderstood, you're onto something. If people try to bring you back to reality, you're onto something. Reality is what we make it. It isn't a set standard way to live. It is the way we choose to exist in our day-to-day life. And I don't know about you, but I love to be able to have slow mornings and take dips in the sea and work with the most incredibly inspiring creatives all around the world, and have space for my music and for my singing, and have space to create from my heart and have new ideas and act on them instantly, because I set the schedule. I set the next steps. And if you're here, I know that deep down you know you're meant for more, and you know you're meant to create your own way, go your own path. And that's why give yourself permission all of it is allowed. There's space for all of you. And when you truly honor and embrace all that you are, that's when you become magnetic and so charismatic. Because a woman that walks into a room with a vision and with intention, she knows where she's going, she knows who she is, she's not asking for permission, she gave herself that permission. Everyone is in awe. They don't get it because it's so unusual to walk with so much confidence and certainty. And that's the biggest gift you can give yourself if you want to really own your stories and build an incredibly magical life and be a cool woman. Now, the third lesson that was pivotal for me and that I'm still carrying today is to allow myself to figure it out as I go and still set big dreams. And that's really where I learned how to trust my intuition and listen to my intuition for business direction, business guidance, for my next steps. Realizing that because I'm building a whole new path, a whole new way, I won't find the answers I seek in other people's blueprint, in other people's path. It can serve as an activation. It can serve as a useful, supportive tool, but truly you're walking your own path and you're creating a new way. And so your intuition knows best. And here it's really an invitation to reclaim your inner voice, to reclaim the power to trust your insight, your inspired actions, your desires to explore and go left and go right and try this. Lean in. My third key sentence that changed everything for me is lean in. Lean into the whispers of your intuition. Lean into the parts of you that you've outgrown and listen and let them go. Lean into the desire you have rising of rebranding yourself at 3 a.m. or creating a whole new offer out of nowhere, or separating from that business partner that doesn't feel aligned and going your own way, hiring people that are lighting you up, showing up online, whatever that is for you. Lean in. Is it a podcast? Is it a song? Is it speaking on stage? And here it's an invitation to ask yourself where you're still waiting. Like, where are you creating delay between where you are right now and the version of you see in your vision? That delay is often not a skill gap. It's often not technicalities or needing paths that are not present. It's often an illusion we create because we can't allow ourselves to realize we're ready. We are enough. We have enough. We know enough. We can lean in right now. Those big clients you want to pitch, do it today. That stage you want to speak on, send them an email right now. That song you haven't finished in months, finish it today. There is no need to create delay between our future self and the version of us that lives it every single day. Because walking and living in embodiment with our power, with our potential, really requires us to understand that it's all today. It's all happening today. And you need to make space for it today. And so that's why I so highly encourage every woman watching right now to lean in today, to notice where have I been creating delay and where can I lean in? Because that's truly when you'll notice synchronicities and the universe and other opportunities coming your way to support, because you take the first step and then everything follows. Now, these three key ingredients, I believe, are really what allowed me to know that I'm a cool woman now that my 17-year-old self would be obsessed with. She actually couldn't believe it, probably, if I told her, hey, we live on a Greek island with the love of our life. We are a singer, creative coach, life and relationship coach. We're having the best time of our life every single day. And this is real life. This real life is my real life. And I'm so grateful for it. And I really want you to walk your own path and create your own version of a magical, dreamy life, your own plan A all the way, whether that is in love, in business, in your confidence. And so I invite you to take some notes and go out in the world today, lean in, give yourself permission, and commit to your plan A all the way. Because you get to live your most dreamy, aligned life. You get to live a life where you express your magic and lead a soul-led business that lights you up every single day. You get to have love that feels so deeply aligned and harmonious, and like honeymoon even 9 years in. And I really want that for you. Thank you for being here. I hope you subscribe, share with a creative soul, and I'll see you next week for the next video.